What's going on, everyone? TheRealColaMoto here, and today we are taking a look at the wrecked bike ZX10, and this is a project ahead of us. So we're gonna dive in. Right now, the crankcase cover was broken on this bike. Now they ordered a new one for it, but the bolt that holds it on is actually snapped off in there. One of the bolts is broken, so that could cause, probably most definitely will cause a leak if we don't extract it. So I'm gonna use an extraction bit on that. And let's just kind of go over everything with the bike that needs to be done. First and foremost, the frame, you can't title it. There was a lost title form that came with this thing, or there was supposed to be. The guy couldn't find it or something, I don't know. He kind of BS'd me when I bought this, and I sold it to my buddy, and my buddy was like, I will just go to the plate agency and they'll do a bonded title or something. They ended up saying no, only if he pressed charges on me for selling him a bike without a title. Obviously, he's a good friend of mine, so he's like, oh, I can't do that. And I didn't do it because the guy that I got it from, I have no idea, is kind of, I don't want to say sketchy, but he definitely looked like he don't give a fuck. I got kids that live here and he knows where I live, so I was like, I'm not pressing charges on him. I got two ZX10s for 1,500 bucks. I had the police come here the day that I got them and run the VINs. Neither of them are stolen. It's just they've traded hands without titles, whether people lost them or whatever. So that's where we're at with this. He had to buy a frame, so he got a new frame. And we're going to take everything and put it on the new frame. So it's going to go from being a 2006 to a 2007. But first, before we do all that work, I'm going to get it running right. So the first thing I've got to do is get that crankcase cover fixed. All right, so come up here. Let's take a look at where to start. So it looks like 10mm bolts. Only one on there. So, okay, it's an 8mm. What do we got for drill bits? I bet all my drill bits are way too big for that tiny bolt. Let me do this. Let's stop ourselves from getting stuff up in there. Break it up a little bit. The rest of it. 5,798. What with kilos? Oh yeah, flathead or not, but that should turn it. Extraction bit. I want that to be the last case in here, you know. There's already a disc on here. Where's my shop vac? It's on there. If I could just get it to budge a little bit. That's a no-go. Man, oh man. It's hyper tough drill. Given you expect to pay for get what you pay for, but this thing's chucked. Just Does not grab onto anything. You just get it to break loose a little bit. Poor GoPro 6. That thing's done. It can't hold a charge to save its life. AutoZone. Hey, I was looking for that. That just might work. We might be able to make that work. I'll try to get this bit to go. In worst case scenario, we can't get this out. I have a way to seal that without the bolt. It's not what I would prefer to do, but it is something we can do. I want it right there. Just go right there. I need that to go right there. Maybe we do this a different approach. And before anybody says this isn't a Dremel, I am fully aware this is a drywall cutout tool. For the purpose in this garage, it is a high-speed Dremel. I also have roto zips and all sorts of stuff. I'm in the low volt field, so I use it quite a bit. Is this a titanium exhaust with all that blue? I think this has got a titanium exhaust. Is it factory though? Looks like it might be the Cat's. He said that he got it to crank and ran it up the road up into 5th gear temporarily, but without that crankcase cover, it was spewing oil everywhere. But then it kept shutting off on him because his battery wasn't holding a charge, and he tested it. The battery itself was dead, so we're hoping the stator is good. We're thinking the stator is good, and it's just the battery. So I have another battery from my other ZX10 that I replaced with a NOCO, which ultimately we're gonna wanna throw a NOCO in here, but until then, we're just gonna run the ZX10 battery out of the 2004 ZX10 to stop vaping. There's like they don't have a battery or anything. They don't do smoke or anything. It's just a little puff thing. So I can quit this BS. It's kind of like the fume, I guess. This has got to stop. This sucks. Don't get me wrong. It's way cheaper than cigarettes, because I was a pack and a half a day smoker. And the cost now, I've checked them out at the gas stations, like $7-8 a pack. That's insane. I smoked cigarettes from the age of 11 until I was, 30. And they're insanely priced now. But I switched to vaping, a lot cheaper. But I'm still spending, which I used a refillable for a while. That was a lot cheaper, but still spending just so much money, so much stupid wasted money. And so that little fume thing, I didn't get the fume brand. The fume brand was like $70. And I was like, you're paying $70 to suck air through a tube? It's kind of ridiculous. So the brand I got was like this Amazon knockoff. It was like $12 for a 2-pack. We're gonna give it a go, see what happens, see how pissy I get without nicotine. Probably really bad, but we're gonna substitute that with alcoholism. Just kidding, I don't drink. So we'll figure it out. I gotta get this battery out of here. That's what we need to be. That's today. That's something we can figure out, right? Right, guys? So you can look here. The previous owner shaved the battery tray down to fit this battery in. The battery that's not supposed to be in here. And they forced it in, and I'm kind of like, how do we get it out? Because it's like this bar has to come out, but the thing is that bar is the whole framing for the tail. And the plastic down low doesn't drop. I couldn't find a video on it dropping. So how do we get this out? The wiring harness, that's as much as I'm going to be able to do with this ECU. And yeah, so we got the battery to like come out some, but it's like it hits a point right there. There's this tray, hits that point, and it's just stuck. I could take my Dremel and shave that out. Yeah, that's what it's gonna take. I'm gonna have to cut that out. That sucks. Donkey balls. Here's the starter, or the relay at least. That sucks. Let's do it. Fuck it. Nothing to it but to do it. Let's go. Pull up. Oh, battery charge. I'm gonna take my night vision glasses and get some overhead light. Yeah, by the way, all that lighting that you guys see on a day-to-day is not the light that came in the garage. That is my low voltage tape light that I have placed throughout here. Let's get my camera for one out of this box. That's over here. Is that a navy over here? No more. No mo. We'll clean that mess up tomorrow or something like that. Let's do it. What did we did there? Uh-oh, my wife texts me, making noise. Welcome to the world of the unmotivated. I didn't mean to say I'm motivated, but I am motivated working on this bike in the garage. So what we don't want to do is, for one, cut through the bottom of the tray, because that means all the water from the street and stuff is going to be able to make contact with the ECU. I mean, it does already have like holes, but I also am trying to avoid cutting any of this wiring harness too, because, you know, I feel like it's probably not what you want, right? I might get a sheet of plastic and kind of like plastic weld. I can get a plastic welder off of Amazon for like $10. It's just the little heat up, little press things, and it just like sticks. And that way it seals this back up. I feel like that's gonna be a better look. It's gonna be cleaner. I think that's what I wanna do. And it would be good to have one for the garage, right? Can't hurt to have one for the garage. My wife is gonna be pissed. I smell that burnt plastic and I got the garage door open. She's gonna be mad. And I'm gonna have to blame the kids somehow, and I don't even know what I'm gonna blame them for. Sorry guys, they were smoking crack and that's why it smells like burnt plastic. Please, please, please tell me. Please tell me. Well, fuck, what else is holding it now? Since the other one shots with cola, because I was doing gun content, shots, yeah, funny, huh? I should have named this one Shops with Cola, where we work on shit. Not correctly, but we work on shit. I will go ahead and forewarn this channel, if you can't tell by now, this is not a how-to channel. This is not me showing you this is what you do if you get stuck in this situation. This is, I want to ride a ZX10 that has all its gears, and the way to do it is by fixing this bike. And then eventually, there won't be nothing to block us. So we might have chopped a little bit into the battery, but that's okay. This isn't the battery we're using. Oh. Oh. Duralast Gold. Power Sport battery. Proof tough. Then we got the Caltrick Variety. What size was the terminals on? Which sides? Oh, same way. Cool. Cool beans. Oh yeah, see that? Had I not had to shave all that material down, it would be golden. Let's not kick the camera over in the process. Oh yeah. We got a flashing red light, probably for, it says oil. Claim she's in neutral. Well guys, I do not know what that clack was. That kind of sounded like it came from the motor. I'm going to check more stuff out before I try to crank it, just to not blow that motor up. That was a loud snap though. I mean, he said he had it running. It might be out of gas. He had it sitting, so they worked on it for a little bit, and then he let it sit for like 4 or 5 months. So that's probably what it is. No big deal. So yeah, we're gonna, when I can actually give it a little bit of gas when my kid's not sleeping, like right next door, we'll throw some gas in it, maybe some fuel treatment, a little bit of that liquid moly, and yeah, we're gonna see if we can get it running, get that bolt or something in its place, and make sure that she runs and runs good. And then we're gonna tear it all back apart and do a frame swap. So, I hope you guys enjoyed this little bit of a video of us kind of testing some out, tinkering a little bit and messing around, but we're gonna do a lot more. And we have the fairings and everything, so it doesn't look like this. It actually is a complete bike. Fairings are a little beat up. He's gonna get new ones. I think he's gonna go with purple. He's gonna get a new tank and/or we're gonna try to fix this, but I think he's gonna have to get a new tank. I don't know if that's, it's pretty dented up. It's gonna take a lot of work. We're gonna try to put some elbow grease into that and see if we can make it good. Yeah, we got some parts to get. We gotta fix it up. Looks like the Speedo might work. I'm hoping it does. The Speedo cable, I believe there's a cable on this one. Well, we can all believe sometimes, right? Fuck, there might not be a speedometer on this one either. I got a GPS speedometer. We'll find out how fast we go. But yeah, I'm gonna take this out. Once we can get it running, I'm gonna take it out and go down a couple back roads to Mexico and make sure she's good. I probably won't push it too hard because the steering stabilizer is not there, and I feel like because the bike comes with one from the factory, it probably should have one. And I don't want to push it too hard and find out what happens when you don't. But I hope you guys did enjoy the video. If you would, hit it with a like, subscribe to the channel. I have a ton of more videos coming. I've also got videos on my bike. I'm thinking about doing a catless downpipe because honestly, supposedly you let your exhaust kind of flow better. You lose a little bit of low end. It cools your motor down because it lets it just breathe versus retaining some of that additional heat, supposedly. One person was like, that's bullshit, that's not how it works. And then like 40 people were like, no, it 100% cooled the bike down. I don't know. All I know is I'm thinking about doing the catless downpipe. And yeah, the R1's going to track. We're going to film that whole track season too. And we only got a couple months. So I got a couple months to get this running. I'm going to take this up to the mountains once it's running good. And I want to ride up on the Blue Ridge Parkway and or 181 on this puppy to find out if a ZX10 is better than my R1, in my opinion. I'm not going to be able to take this one to the track. My buddy that owns this, he said he's not willing to do track, unfortunately. But he said absolutely we can go up to the mountains and we can go around some twisties, and that's what we're going to do. Unfortunately, he is not going to change these grips. He wants to keep them, and that's a bummer because I hate these things. I was like, dude, I'll order you Domino grips and put them on for you. And he's like, no, I like those grips. I was like, fuck. But it's his bike. So I'll do the work. It's his bike. If he says he wants one thing versus the other, that's what he's going to get. I'm okay with it. I'm just excited to find out how this ZX10 actually is. He sent me a video. I mean, it's running a little rough. But I mean, shoot, my R1 was running rough and it only sat a year. God knows how long this thing sat, at least 2 to 3 years. It was wrecked at least 2 to 3 years ago. And I've had him for almost a year. Hasn't ran during that time except for like that once when he rode it up and down the road, but then the battery died. We'll see. I'm excited. I hope you guys are too. And I will see you